everybody, and welcome to Buzz Access. Today I am super excited because I have the bad boy of ballroom here in the studio. None other than Maksim Chmerkovskiy. Everybody, welcome. Round of applause, Max.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
The bad boy ballroom. I've not
You've
heard
not
that
heard that
in
for
a
a while.
long time. Yeah.
Have you lost your bad boy isms, or
1,000,000,000%, 100. Yeah.
You're a good boy now.
No, I'm just a husband and a dad, and I'm not the coolest dad either.
You are. Let's go straight into this. Your wife is due for baby number 3 any minute now, any day.
Yes.
How do you feel? Are you excited? More boys in the house?
Numb.
No.
At this point.
There's a lot going on, but
you
have taken to the dad role fabulously.
Yeah.
But now that you've obviously had 2 tries at it, how are you expecting baby 3 to be any different?
I mean, we had a plan of, having the number 2 be, spend more time with them before having more kids. But, life turned out the way it is. And it's amazing. Look, after 2, I guess 3 is hard. Yeah. As they say, but then it turns out to be, after 1, just keep adding kids.
That's true. 3 is going to be a little.
But look, it's up to a system. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Capricorn. I got my OCD. Everything business wise, there's got to be a system and schedule. And so that's why this whole kids young, especially young kids life, it plays up to my strengths, right? I just want to know their schedule, and I'm the, drop off, pick up type of dad.
Now, have you mastered the smell of the butts yet? Because I know you're not a fan of the explosive diapers.
No, but who is a fan of explosive diapers?
But I saw a video of you managed to put on some smelly on your nose.
By the way, that made total sense. That worked.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Gag reflex is a real thing in my family. Why it runs in my side. Peter is all fingers and everything in poop. She's fine.
She's great with
me.
poop.
I'm like, babe, this is you.
But you guys are a great team and you've mastered it, so it's going to be fabulous. Congratulations in advance.
So much, yeah.
Now let's go backwards.
Oh no.
How long have we got?
Let's not too far back.
Tell me, I want to know. Dancing with the Stars is obviously one of your main highlights. Where did your dancing career? What age were you when you kicked off this love for La Ballroom?
Oh my God, if you ask anybody in my family, I probably still haven't found my love for the La Ballroom.
La Ballroom.
I'm a very unlikely dancer, performer, artist. I was a chemistry and biology major since I was like 6th grade. I had academic more, interests. I was not very good at dance until I immigrated to US and found that we were in a kind of like the right place at the right time. In mid-90s when I got here and I was 14, the ballroom dancing industry, especially for, kids and young adults, was almost non-existent. So I became, and my fellow immigrants that came at the same time to Brooklyn, New York, and New York tri-state area, we became the first wave that then sort of paved the way to what is now ballroom industry. So looking back at it, it was an incredible history for me personally, an amazing journey. But I've never really found the bug until I probably stopped. And I retired competitive ballroom dancing in 2005-ish, at 25, and then I joined Dancing with the Stars 2006. It's public knowledge. I joined for 1 season and wanted to go right back to competitions. Life showed different.
Many years later. What did we have? Let's see if we can do some of the facts. You got runner-up twice, 3rd place twice, top 5.
Yeah.
One win.
Yeah.
Now,
what a win.
That was obviously the highlight, I'm sure. But what was so special throughout the whole seasons of the many that you were involved in? Can you even pick one highlight?
No. Obviously. But I now am an older man, and again, publicly having gone through a plethora of emotions.
Of course.
With relation to the show and the dance and so on and so forth. So if you followed anything, you've seen me go through things, And where I am today is obviously an incredible, gratitude for having had that opportunity.
Yeah.
Obviously, could have done some things different.
Hey, we can all say that for many things.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think that all things considered, I've handled myself to the best of my ability and to the most honest, in the most honest way.
Yeah.
So I present myself always as I am. There's never any kind of thoughts behind.
No.
I'm very clear and open, and that's why I think I'm still around. I feel like people sort of look for that in the ones that are out there on television.
People quite like you.
I don't know that.
You're quite
I'm
a
not
friendly
sure about
guy.
that.
And it's a lot of fun, obviously. And you can be strict when you're teaching, but you've got to be. It's very competitive.
Yeah.
Of course. But
Yeah.
what I want to know is when it comes to Dancing with the Stars and just dancing in general, it's quite passionate.
Yes.
All these love relationships that goes on in the show, what is it that sets this sexy fire within everyone that sends...
Misunderstanding. I am not there for any kind of sexy fire. I'm there to make sure you come out on Monday night looking fire.
Fabulous. Yeah, okay.
And for me to get there, I got to get there against your will. Because you are not willing to sweat. You're an adult.
Ooh.
You're not willing to be sore for the most part.
Oh.
They sign up on the show. They're like, look, I'm in pain. I'm not going to be here in pain.
No.
I'm like, yeah, but that's pain that comes with athletic activity.
Yeah.
And so there's that. They are sad and upset about some things in their life.
I've got time for that.
Monday night is coming fast, so I gotta be a psychiatric, support and shoulder
Therapist, all the things.
But I also have my own stuff. So look, Kirstie Alley, rest in peace, put it the best. We were in the middle of rehearsal. She's like, you know what? You are really flirty. And I'm like,
ooh.
With who? She's like, with me. She got offended, but we had that relationship. We were funny. And she's laughing. She's like, with me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I couldn't even understand where she's coming from. She's like, well, look where your hands are. I'm like, what about my hands? It's always in the butt,
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I am moving you. From point A to point B, this is where your center of gravity is. I'm trying. If you want me two hands,
you ain't
sometimes
shove her in.
It doesn't mean that I'm really grabbing your butt.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's misunderstanding, misconception. We have no personal space, and we don't have even a understanding of personal space because of where we come from. I had partners since I was 5 years old. You know what I mean? I had 12 professional partners. So for me, this relationship is for the most part, 99% of my Dance with Stars career was just a dance relationship, and that person misunderstood it because they weren't ready. It was a crash course into ballroom. Today, I think season 33, people know what to expect.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. But we expect it, and we also, let's be honest, we do love a bit of gossip. So when there is a love relationship, we love it. We're here for it.
We are that. Well, yes. So
we crave it.
So
it's
then,
our fault.
You perfect the casting, and the casting director is the best in the biz.
Yeah.
Where these things are possible to cast, because that person and this pro, they definitely gonna have some stuff.
Yeah.
So. Look, it's the nature of the show. I do love that we're still on TV, because you get to watch the show with 4 generations, and that's probably the only TV programming that you can do that, outside of like some cartoons and stuff.
I love it, and I love the outfits. I love to see everyone shaking and all the fringe. That's my favorite. Now, obviously, dance career. Then you went on to choreography, and now acting. What is it? I know you're all over the place. We love it. Traitors just had lots of success at the awards a couple of weeks ago.
I am
you were
now
there?
a 2-time. What is that? Critics' Choice
Award.
Real TV Awards.
Let's go behind.
But we don't have to add the Real TV part. Just Critics' Choice Award winner.
And how? I mean, like I said, you've had a long career in the performance and in the eye. What was the transition from dance to acting like?
I didn't transition.
No?
That's the best part, is I still get to dance. I have my projects that, whether it's a stage performance project, case in point that we started a show last summer called Savor After Hours. We did a wine tasting kind of immersive experience with my brother. This summer we going to Chicago on the way to hopefully Broadway.
Wow.
So this is very much something I look forward to, all the time.
Yeah.
I love dancing today. Today, I appreciate the maintenance that I do for my body.
Yeah.
I fell into the routine of things. I spent 20 years maintaining
Keeping an eye on your
this,
body,
you
yeah.
know, and so I'm very proud of certain achievements that I've gotten in that sense. I'm 44 years old. I still dance on a level that I try to say that I haven't missed a step. I'm pretty sure I missed some, but I camouflage it well. So until my legs go and I can't perform, that's when I'm gonna start transitioning. Today, I think it's more like I found the way to keep my foundation as a dancer and supplement a lot of other things because I have passion for it.
Yeah, and you see that when you're, so you think you can dance, just your love for judging, but helping, and you can just see your passion for just being a teacher as well, you know?
Yeah, I mean, people, again, may not be public knowledge. In '97, I opened my first dance studio, and I taught only kids, and it was professional, competitive ballroom dancing on a coaching life before 2006, which is when Dancing with Stars started, and sort of that countdown began. That, 98 to 2004, when I was actively, pursuing career as a professional dancer as well as professional coach. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had a lot of success.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thought, it wasn't an educated success. It was just a 17-year-old trying to do his best. But I did have that platform. So for me, I always knew I wanted to be a dad. I always knew I wanted to, the kind of dad that I wanted to be. I've welcomed the dad opportunity and husband opportunity with open arms. I really wanted that. And with Peter, I found the type of partner that you can do that, jump into that with.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying the sort of the steps, the fruits of what I put out there. If you're gonna say things of that nature exist, like the energy you put it out and it comes back
To you. Yeah.
I put out Peter out there for some
I
point.
have to say, I love you two doing these dance videos at home, but my favorite has to be you taping the full-on watermelon,
Oh my God, the watermelon.
Something heavier up here, and you danced in that. Now, if anyone hasn't seen it, basically,
and she said it was I made it look too easy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, did you get the point? Like that weight, and it's
well,
crazy.
I mean, I tried my best. I'm also a pro at some things, but it definitely crushed my...
It's not fun.
No, it's not. The ribs out of the way, the diaphragm was crazy. I couldn't breathe. And the second I finished it, I took it off.
Take this off. But she does it flawlessly, effortless, and she just looks incredible.
For 9 months. Are you kidding me?
Now,
it's crazy.
And now, at home when you're dancing, are the boys getting involved? Like, how are their moves so far? Look at me, I'm shaking.
Yeah, no, Shai, when he was smaller, was always a part of it.
Yeah.
He still loves to be a part of this. The dancing slowed down now because Peter weighs same as I at the moment. It's like I can't do it. But we're on that like any moment now,
Yeah.
But
literally any moment now.
any moment. But Shai, look, I believe in. I was pushed, and the people I grew up with were all pushed. We were all pushed. It wasn't like a forced thing, but it was like one of those parents. My parents had me when they were 19. They didn't know anything about what to do with me. So the old school mentality is just limit their free time. They won't get in trouble.
True.
And that's literally how I grew up. I sort of believe in the same thing, but I do it differently with Shai. Peter and I are over the same mentality, just schedule events, eventful life,
Busy
a lot of
lives,
activities. It's called Jewish decathlon. It's like just do everything.
Yes.
And then, but I don't force it. I always say, I try to instill, if you do something, do it 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't force it. Like your life depends on it. And you have to this and the other. So, I'm a big fan of range of motion. If I can give them a range of motion of a tennis,
Keep them,
throwing, putting, the same way, a range of motion of a mind, whether it's numbers, letters, arts, we try to make that type of human. And then he'll have options to choose what he wants to excel in.
How amazing. I love that.
I think it's basic and fundamental. I don't think it's so amazing. I think the fact that it becomes amazing is the problem, you know? And so I think the data is going to show 10 years from now that we're part of a generation of parents that wanted to do it better, you know? And so we'll see. I believe in that.
I love that. Well, before we go on to something that we're going to really, the elephant in the room, one thing I love is that in your history of traveling and your competing years, you did get to a little place that I'm familiar with called Blackpool.
Oh my God.
Which nobody maybe might know, but it is very famous for the ballroom wear, but it's actually about 30 minutes from where I've grown up in Liverpool.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ballroom and the tower, it's like a little mini version of the Eiffel Tower, but iconic.
Yeah, if it wasn't in a smack in the middle of a really a version of an Atlantic city. It's like a mini Eiffel Tower in a version of
in
Atlantic
a cold
City.
place, yeah. My thing is, when you've gone all these places and traveled, did you have fish and chips when you were in my hometown?
I am married to an Australian. I have fish and chips
all the time,
on the regular.
But in your years of traveling, yes, you obviously
So
did.
look, my first, I would say 96 to, again, 2005. By the time I retired, I got a professional career, so I also was a professional. Anyway, but since I was under 21 to the pro days, England for me, London specifically, was the mecca of ballroom dancing. So my coaches were there. We would fly out for training before big major events there. We would go through London on the way to other countries. So I spent a lot of time in England. I'm very familiar with not just Blackpool, but for example, Bournemouth.
Yes.
South is something that I was really fond of. It was a great city. So, I love everything England, and
I agree. Me too.
At that time.
And I tell you what's good about us Brits. We are good drinkers, which is perfect timing because there just so happens to be a bottle here that is your vodka.
Yes.
Tell us all about this sexy bottle and, how it's come about. How have you ended up ballroom into vodka, the transition?
Well, I mean, I was always a fan of entrepreneur heart and also products. And, we live in a world where we get to do our own things now. You get to have your own channel, social media. You get to have your own audience. You get to, you get to produce your own things. You get to put things together. So I'm a fan of this. And I've had a vodka line a long time ago. I learned a bit about the business, so when the opportunity came up, I went for it. I got into this process. This vodka is part grape, part grain. It's a high-end Sauvignon Blanc from Napa. Ooh. It's a grain to represent my past of Ukraine.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that, we're not a nation of alcoholics, but I've definitely grown up watching people toast to celebrate everything, whether it's life or death.
I agree,
and everything in between. I've grown up with the tradition of shots.
Me too.
Not really mixed cocktails. And I'll give you an example. For example, the label is designed by an artist. He's an incredible artist, and I got to speak to him, and this came up. There are elements here like the goat. I'm a Capricorn. I very close associate to a mountain goat. Because of the nature of the environment and the survival and everything that they go through. So this is one of the elements why this product is special to me, because on the heels of this crazy war that's happening over there and how it sort of ignited a lot of recognition of where I come from, and I got my roots back, if you will. I'm very proud of being a U.S. Citizen and an American person.
Yeah.
But I definitely do recognize where I come from, especially since I started having kids. This product is very special for me to represent that you can be both. You don't have to think about where you belong. I belong here very much. I belong there very much, used to.
Yeah.
And so I carried that tradition with me. So there's a lot of tradition here. There's a lot of elements that represent me.
That's a special little story. I like that. I wouldn't have got that from the label, but now it's so much more special.
There are a lot of things here to look at. This Napa Kappa. This is called Tetya KAPA. Tetya means aunt.
Okay.
And Tetya KAPA was my sort of like go-to because she taught me how to drink. Back in the day,
we love her. There's always one hand.
When I was 12, I remember all the celebrations were in their house, and she would sit while all men would trash. I mean, they would be under the table, passed out.
We can take it.
She never hindered. And she said, she gave me this brilliant advice. She said, every 2 shots, you take a piece of something oily, like a piece of butter or anything, like, with oil substance, and you swallow it, and so it coats your digestive tract. And so what happens is you get drunk on vapors from the vodka or from the alcohol going into your bloodstream, and this way it just goes straight into your bladder. So if you want to spend money and not get the satisfaction, that's the trick.
That's the trick.
Honestly, it's a great product, and I'm very proud of it.
And now, when you were coming to put together the perfect flavor and taste, how was it sampling a lot of vodka?
So the my friend Arthur, who owns Napa Valley Distillery, refused to let me fill bottles with existing juice. He wanted it to be a product of my personal taste.
Wow, that's so cool.
And I've never tasted vodka, right? So if you go to taste wines, you swirl, you smell, you do all that thing, and you get a buzz, but But you're normally spitting out the wine. Right, exactly.
You're drinking this.
Well, when you are given this much, you feel like you have to, And so this is a product of 3 rounds, and I'm not making this up. I had 4 different vodkas per round, and so that's how he mixed it in, it was
amazing.
crazy. So all 3 rounds I was drunk.
I mean, we're gonna have to taste it, all this talk, but I hear the best exciting part to this is, tell me how this fabulous vodka is going to be incorporated into the ESPYs in the next, in about 2 weeks' time. A few weeks.
Too excited.
Yeah, too excited because your vodka.
Because I'm a huge fan of organizations that do it right.
Yes.
So when it comes to fundraising, I supported for decades only 1 or 2 organizations, because I know how the dollar is spent.
Right.
And once I know the infrastructure, I'm not a big deal, but I'm just very careful with these associations. So when I'm, when I see something and it's big, I try to find out, but how does it work? So my partner in this product, Ian, happened to be someone who has a beautiful wine brand, and for 11 years he supports the V Foundation, all of the events with his wine. And so when we came up with this product, he offered that opportunity. I was like, are you kidding me?
Amazing, yeah.
I'm a huge ESPN fan, obviously. It's within the Disney family that he used to belong to for a long time, with Dancing with the Stars. Jimmy V Foundation, and what it does, 100% of direct donations go to the researchers.
Amazing.
There's no middle, there's no ups and downs, there's no administration fee.
100%.
100% on the dollar. And so for me, that makes a lot of sense. The SP and Jimmy V Foundation has data that shows not only the money raised, but also the impact made. There's, today versus the 90s when this foundation started, I think cancer rates are down 33%. So, my grandmother passed away, unfortunately, from cancer. As a person in late 30s, mid 40s, I now have a lot of friends that are touched by it in the form of it, and so it's becoming a little bit of nonsense. So for me, if I get to do anything to support it, I'm an official vodka of the fundraising events, the golf tournament, the poker tournament. So this is definitely going to alter somebody's scorecard of the ESPYs golf tournament.
Everyone's going to be drinking your vodka. Well, now it's time to taste.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, cheers. Congratulations to your.
If you read the back label, there's a whole story, and on the bottom right here, it tells you how to say cheers in Ukrainian.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. Cheers in Ukrainian. Budmo.
Budmo. Cheers. Like a pro.
Oh, it's nice.
From Liverpool.
Yeah, of course. And I have an Irish passport, so That's my
Double
ticket to
whammy.
drinking. That is very smooth. I'm super excited that I got to meet you and all of the things and seeing you in person. You are as fabulous and fun and gorgeous, and good luck. Yes.
Don't
stop.
tell them.
It's
Don't
the
tell them
vodka
everything.
talking. Oh my God.
There you
Everyone's
go.
there. No, but good luck with all,
you.
well, baby number 3.
First and foremost.
First and foremost, with the house full of boys and vodka and all the things. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for gracing the Buzz studio with your presence.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
And now I'm going to need a quick salsa lesson on the way out.
Oh, easy.
Or
Did
at
you
least-
also notice
Oh.
that this is a bow tie?
Oh, see, you're so classy.
Uh-huh.
See, that's the ballroom outfit in you. Pleasure to meet
Try.
you, Max.
Nice meeting you too.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Have a fabulous day.
Thank you. Wonderful. Hi, my name is Maksim Chmerkovskiy, and you've just been buzzed.